Hey guys, this is lesson 4.2 called Remainders. Our essential question is, how can you use models to divide whole numbers that do not divide evenly? Okay, so in the material it says to get out some counters. So that would be, get there. Okay, so that would be something like this here. Or here, or any of these things, or you could just use like the little base 10 blocks for like those yellow ones that we have in the classroom. So you can use any of those to help you with this. Alright, we're gonna get started. Andrea and two friends are playing a game of dominoes. There are 28 dominoes in the set. Andrea wants each player to receive the same number of dominoes. Can she divide them equally among the three players? Why or why not? So I'm going to go right away and I'm going to underline the information that I think is important. So there's 28 dominoes in the set, okay? And then there's a total of 3 players, and she wants to divvy these 23 dominoes out equally to her 3 friends, okay? So is that possible? Or is it not possible? Okay? So you can use division to find the number of dominoes each player will receive. So whenever I'm like determining is it multiplication or is it division, if you can break it into groups, if they're asking you to put things into groups, chances are that it's going to be a division problem. Okay? So you can use division to find the number of dominoes each player will receive. So part A, use 28 counters to represent the 28 dominoes. So get 28 little pieces out. Then draw 3 circles to represent the 3 players. Okay. Share the counters equally among the 3 by placing them in the circle. So like this little person over here's got the 3 circles, and then they got the counters. See if you can equally put them in there. So put one in there, and put another one, and then put another one, and then start over. Put this one in here, put this one in there, and then put that one in there. Okay. See if you can end up doing that. So I'm going to pause the video, and then I'm going to draw it in. So I'm just going to be putting them in one by one, and then I'm going to count 28. Looks like they've already got one in there. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 7, 8, 9, okay, and go all the way to 28. Okay. Alright guys, how many did you get in each there? Big circle, I got lazy and I just put dots. But in each one, I got 9. So out of the 28, I got 9 in each group. So find the number of counters in each group. So there are, I could fit 9 in each one equally, and then I had one little piece left over in order to get to 28. So right now I have 27 total, because 9 plus 9 plus 9 is 27, and then I had this one left over to get to 28, so the counter left over was 1. Okay, so I had 1 left over. So basically this is saying 28 divided by 3 groups, okay, is, whoops, what's going on, here we go, 9 remainder 1, okay, yeah, 1 left here. Alright, so let's go to the next page. Uh-oh, what'd I push? Oh, sorry. There we go. Okay, next page. How many dominoes does each player receive? So we're still continuing on with that problem over there. So each player, this out, is going to get 9 dominoes. Okay, and then how many dominoes were left over? Okay, this is basically just kind of finishing up what I said. You have 1 domino left. Okay? Alright, so let's go to number 2. Explain how the model helped you find the number of dominoes each player received. So like those 3 circles and then the 28 or tried to get 28 in each one. Why is one counter left outside the equal group? So when we had here, I'm going to go back. So how come I had this one little guy left over in order to get to 28? Okay, I'm going to come over here. So basically the model helps us act out the problem, and then you can help, or sorry, you can place counters in the circles one by one. Okay, well, I guess until there are fewer counters, I guess. Okay, and then the leftovers are remainders. Okay, alright, let's go to the next one. Use counters to represent a set of 28 dominoes. How many players can play the dominoes if each player receives 9 dominoes? Will any dominoes be left over? Explain. So we found that use counters were how many players can play? 3 players. Okay, then the next one is if each player, okay, so yes was the next part. And then it says that each player receives 9. Will any dominoes be left over? Yeah, well, we said that, but 28 cannot be divided evenly by 9. So this is basically saying 9 times something equals 28. Well, we know that's not true. 9 times 3 is 27, but nothing, you can take 9 equals to 27, so that's why we have that remainder left over. Alright, let's go to the next one. Make a connection. When a number cannot be divided evenly, the amount left over is called the remainder. So like in this first lesson, or on the first lesson and then this lesson, you need to go into your math notebooks and you need to put examples of a remainder, and like in the other book I forgot to say that you need to put an example of what a multiple is. Okay? Alright, use counters to find 39 divided by 5. So use 39 counters. Share the leftovers or counters equally among 5 groups. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember when I said we're using division whenever we're talking about groups? Okay, so we have 5 groups, and then we're trying to put 39 in those 5 groups. And I'm sure you can already know that we're gonna have leftovers because 5 times something equals 39. Nope, because we know that 5 times something equals 40, but let's see how much. Let's just go through the work here. Okay, so share the counters. I'm going to pause my video and do that. You go ahead and divvy out 39 dots. Okay, alright, so I went through and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then start over 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and all the way to 39. So I got a total of 7 in each circle here, in each group. I got 7 in each group. Okay, but I did not quite get to 39. Okay, so basically I had left over 7 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be 35 times. So I got to a total of 35. So in order to get to 39, I was 4 short. So for 39 divided by 5, the quotient is 7, and the remainder is 4, because I was 4 short in figuring out how many 39 had. Okay? Alright, the share and the show, this is where you guys get to do your practicing here. So use counters to find the quotient and remainder. So I'm just going to, let's see, I'm going to insert page after and then I'm going to type what I had for some of those problems. So 10 divided by 3 and 28 divided by 5. So I have 10 divided by, what was that, 3? 10 divided by 3. Okay, so I'll start with this one. So first of all, you have 10 little things and you're trying to put it in 3 groups. So I'm going to draw 3 circles here. And I guess for you guys is I would just attach another piece of paper. Okay, then go through and put 10 in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I have leftover 1 dot. Okay, so in each one I have 1, 2, I have 3. Okay, I have 3 in each one. So 3 times 3. Okay, so 3 circles and 3 threes, so 3 times 3, 9, and then I had 1 dot left over, so I have 9. Hold on a second, I did that one wrong. My answer actually should be which is in each one. Sorry. Okay, so there we go. So actually my answer should be 3, because there's 3 in each one. Remainder, I had 1 left over, 1. Okay, so your answer for this one should be 3, remainder, 1. Okay, number 2, 28 divided by 5. Okay, so 28 divided by 5. Okay, so on this one they want 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then they want me to put 28 in each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So I would be short. So yeah, I would get those 3 and then I wouldn't get any more from there. Okay, so how many do I get in each one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there should be 5 in each one. Okay, 5, and then remainder, how many dots did I have left? 1, 2, 3. 5, remainder, 3. Okay, so we'll come over here. Maybe. There we go. 5, remainder, 3. Okay, let's do this next one. 15 divided by 6. 15 divided by 6. So they want us to do 6 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and start 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, whoop, 13, 14, 15. Okay, those, I didn't have enough here. Make those bigger so we can see. So my answer would be there's 2 in each one, so 2, remainder, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, remainder, 3. Okay, so yeah, hopefully you're kind of getting the gist on how to use the counters with that. Oh, hold on, what did I say? Focus is not very big here. Okay, 2, remainder, 3. There we go. 2, remainder, 3. Okay, so I want you, that's an R. Okay, I want you to do the rest of these. See how you do. I want you to do 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Okay, and 8. So I really want you to do that, and then I want you to do number 9. Actually, I just want you to do all these for really good practice. Okay, if you could start to do it without the counters, I'm gonna actually show you how to do that way with number 9, and just see if you don't like drawing the circles and putting the little dots in there. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here, and just like with our last lesson, I'm going to go 4 times Remember, this really means 4 times something equals 35. So I'm just going to put that right next to it. Okay, so 4 times, remember we always start with 10. Okay, and we know, well, that's too big, so we have to go smaller. So I'm going to go with, if I went 4 times 9, that's 36, so that's too much. I'm going to go 4 times 8 equals 32. Okay, so then I just need to realize, well, what's the difference between 32 and 35? So 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay, so there's a difference of 3 there. So my answer would be the number I used, okay, which would be an 8, and then my remainder would be what I was short in order to get to my answer. So 8 remainder 3. Okay? Alright, I'll do that with this one too. So remember this one basically, if you have 28 divided by 8, you have 8 times something equals 23. Okay? So then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to work my way. Remember, if I do 8 times, always start with 8 times 10, I'm going to get 80. Whoa, way too much. So I got to bring it way down. Now I got to think 8 times what is close as like to 20. Well, I know 8 times 3 is 24, so that's too much. I'm not going to get a remainder, what's left over, if I go over my 23. So I'm going to go 8 times 2, which is 16. Okay, so then I need to take a look. What's the difference between 16 and 23? What am I short there? Okay, and I'm short 7. Okay, and then what did I use to get there? So I used a 2, so it would be 2, and then my remainder of what I was short, which would be 2 remainder 7. Okay, so if you like this way, I would be more than happy if you did this way, because I think this is using your brain more than drawing circles and putting the dots in there, but that's just my opinion. You do what works for you. Okay, I want you to cross this off here, and then, whoops, and then I want you to cross here, and then we're going to come over here and take a look at our homework. Okay, so these ones, they want you to draw a quick picture, so you have to draw the picture in that one. I'm just going to have you do one of these. And maybe here I forgot to tell you, this here also means divide, so don't let this sign trick you between this one and this little dividing sign here. Okay, so watch how I write these, just so you're aware. So if I have 25 divided by 9, okay, that also means 25 is going to go on the inside of that bracket here. Okay, so the bigger number here always goes inside the bracket. So this means 17 divided by 3. That's just kind of a rule of thumb on how you say that. Alright, so back to figuring out what we're going to do for homework. So we are going to do, I really want you to get good practice with this. I think I'm going to assign you 1 through 10 on here. Okay, I want you to do all these problems. Obviously, number 9 and 10, you have to do the draw a quick picture, but on these, if you like the way that I do it, go for it. Okay, then I'm not going to have you do number 12, but I am going to have you do number 11. Okay. Coming on the back side, since I gave you so much there, I will do, there's a lot of problems like that, so, I don't know if you can hear my dog barking in the background, but it's kind of cute. Okay, so, let's see, I'm going to just have you do this side here, okay? Alright, thanks you guys, hope you have a great rest of your day, and if you have questions, please let me know. Thanks!